Well, since Crimson Desert doesn't support Intel GPUs, I decided to do Death Stranding 2 instead. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. You can see it's the Intel Arc B580 and the GPU Z. It's the Intel reference version of the card. And then the latest driver, up to date, and everything you can see. Paired up with the 9800X3D and 64 GB of DDR5 memory running at 6000 MHz. Now, those are all the specs. Now let's see how Death Stranding 2 works on the Intel Arc B580. I'll be testing the FrameGen options at the end of the video because for MFG to work, you gotta restart the game every few and then. So I don't want to disrupt the flow of the video. So I'll keep the FrameGen test to the last. So everything else, you can do it right now. So let's jump into it and see how it's gonna perform on 4K, 1440p, and 1080p. All right, starting it off on native XeSS and 4K. No FrameGen, as I said. We'll keep that to the last. So starting off on very high and ray tracing very high. So I'm just kind of curious to see how it's gonna be, you know. So as usual, I'm gonna be jumping into the sandstorm. And after that, we'll be going into the jungle. So those are the most intensive areas in the game so far. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see. You can see getting 20 FPS. Okay. And we are maxing out the GPU, guys. So you can get 20 FPS. That's way better than I expected. Because with the 5060 Ti, I believe we were getting around 25 to 30 FPS, if I believe. I don't know, man. I don't remember it correctly, but somewhere around this area. It's going to be interesting to see the GPU mid-off on this game, which is coming up pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is really impressive. Way better than I thought. You know, and this is a really crazy area right here with all of these particle effects and stuff going on. And lightning? Come on, man. This is really crazy and getting almost 20 FPS. That's actually not bad at all. So I'm gonna say if you go to performance mode, might be playable now. 46 FPS. Wow. Using about 10 gigabytes of video memory, almost 11. Okay. But yeah, man, this is really great. I was not expecting this from the B580. $250, guys. For a really solid GPU. It was a shitty move from Pearl Abyss to not support this GPU or any Intel Arc GPUs for that matter. And I think they're working on it. In a month or two, they might add the complete support for Intel Arc GPUs, is what I'm hoping. But come on, man, how can they deny this and give support for freaking Mac OS? While this GPU is like at least 20 times better than a Mac OS. Come on, man. But yeah, 50 FPS with just upscaling from performance. Just again, upscale from 1080p, but you get the point. Making it really playable here. Actually, we can do frame generation on 2x. 4x is not possible until we go out and apply it inside the driver. That's the section that I was talking about, which I'll be doing at the end. The normal frame gen, I can do it right here without interpreting the video too much, you know. So I can do that, you know. So frame generation enabled. It's gonna take us to almost 60 FPS, but it's not a good idea. You can get to 60 FPS, but you guys can see it's upscaled from now 27, so we lost about 20 FPS just by enabling frame gen. So I say this is terrible, you know, and not ideal whatsoever. 2x frame gen. So just turn that off. Not worth it at all. Maybe if you do turn off ray tracing, it should be playable. Let's see that. Yeah, that does take us to 75 FPS. This still upscale from 40 FPS, but yeah, that takes us to playable category. Definitely above 60 all the time. See, the averages are 79 FPS, which is really playable. I don't feel any input lag whatsoever. So yeah, this is really playable, guys. Not an issue whatsoever. So if you want to play the game with 2x frame gen, this is really the way to go. Just turn off all the ray tracing and keep it on very high. Using about 11 gigabytes of VRAM here. This again expected, you know, it's 4K. And the game looks really solid, sharp. So yeah, amazing on 4K. That's the sandstorm. What if I go to... let me just go down to high settings and then turn off frame gen to see if that's going to be playable. Which is playable, guys. So if you don't like frame gen or any of that sort of stuff, you can actually play the game and get 75 FPS if you just put it to high settings. So that's amazing. And again, this is upscaled from 1080p, but still when I look at it, it looks really sharp. Intel's XeSS upscaling is getting up there with FSR, not quite up to NVIDIA, but it is really solid. I don't see any imperfections or anything. Yeah, that gets you to 60 FPS, guys, so amazing. But I want to see how it's going to be in the jungle. And jungle also gives you 60 FPS with the same settings, almost 70. So this is not as intensive as so they do attack you if you just disturb them. Okay, I didn't know that. You know, like so far I haven't disturbed them, so they were just minding their own business. But if you touch them, they're gonna come attack your ass. So lesson learned. It's all right. Probably this is the right way to go. I think it is, but yeah, you can get 77 FPS, guys. And I suggest playing the game like this on the B580. Just put it on performance mode and get solid 75 FPS. But if you want frame gen, you can enable that too and get even better performance out of it. So I think I came the wrong way.
Feeling good.
Feeling good. Me too, man. Me too. 81. So this is really playable and I like it. So I don't think we need to use any frame gen. You can just play it like this, and I wouldn't go below these settings either. It's really playable, guys, on 4K. So there you go. That's 4K, absolutely playable. And the frame gen settings I'll be testing out later, but this is gonna be my recommended settings. Just keep it on 4K performance mode and then high preset. You can have a really amazing experience, smooth. I want to also see how it's going to be if I just go to very high without ray tracing. It's a little too intensive, but you can still maintain close to 60 FPS. So that's amazing. It's not the best, but 60 FPS. So very high 60 FPS is possible if you just use the performance mode. But on high settings, you can get even better FPS. So it's totally up to you, guys. If you want more performance, keep it on high settings, but if you prefer more visuals, then play it on very high. And adding a little bit of frame gen is going to make it even better. Yeah, it gets you to 95 FPS. So this is a better scenario compared to the Sandstorm. So now we're getting almost 86 FPS. Wow. Okay. I just love this GPU, man. It's a really solid pick for any budget gamers over there. God damn it. I just flinched right there because that shit just scared me. But we are safe. It's all good. Yeah, there you go. Totally playable with the 2x frame gen. And I wouldn't want to go above this anyways, or below this anyways on this graphic preset. Amazing performance on 4K. Now let's see 1440p at 1080p. Okay, on 1440p, we are back to native anti-aliasing. And now frame gen, we're going to keep it on very high. No ray tracing though. Let me see if that's going to be possible to get to 60 FPS. 44, okay. 44 is still really playable. And look at that frame time graph. That is pretty stable, you know? So this is a win, guys. This is totally playable on even 47 FPS is doable if you think about it, you know? All you got to do is maybe a little bit of upscaling and you should be getting 60. This is why the 12 gigabytes is really crucial for any modern games. It just makes the frame time graph really smooth. You know, what I'm gonna do is try and go to quality mode. That takes us to 63 FPS. Wow. There you go. You're on a 1440p monitor. I'm guessing you are on a B580. Even if you're not, you can just, what am I talking about? Even if you're not, you can just play it on these settings if you don't have a 1440p monitor. How are you gonna do that? Man, I just be saying some dumb shit sometimes, right? Yeah, this is totally playable. 68 FPS. These settings. 77 up here. So, you're looking at a really amazing experience. God! That was a little too fast, I'm not gonna lie. And there goes everything. You know what, that's okay. I'll come back for it when I reload the game. Just wanna see how things are over here. So over here you only get 57 FPS. So some areas in the jungle is kinda, what do you call it, intensive compared to the other ones. Right here you can only get 57 or something like that, but sometimes you get more than 70. So depends on where you are in the jungle, but it's gonna be really playable anyways. So pretty good to see that. I'd say just play it like this, or if you want frame gen, you can do that too. Actually takes us to the same kind of performance that we got. 82 FPS, upscale from 42, using about 10 gigabytes of VRAM. So absolutely playable over here, you know. So, and again, it depends on you. If you want frame gen, you can enable it. If you don't want it, to you. So yeah, frame gen makes sure you are on 60 plus FPS all the time. 2x frame gen. I'm not even gonna go for 4x right now, which I'll be testing later, but solid. I'm gonna go back to the Sandstorm. Why, what? So Sandstorm gets you to 110. Okay. Sometimes the Sandstorm is better than the jungle area. Nah, I mean, never mind. Look at that. Staying still somewhere around 80 to 90 FPS. But it is better than the jungle over here. Okay. So I'd say it's better to just play it on these settings on 1440p. Keep it on DLSS quality and very high and use 2x frame gen. You're gonna get solid FPS right here. But if you're not a fan of frame gen, like I said, turn it off completely. And then you can go to high settings and get 80 FPS on DLSS quality. Wow. So there you go. You can get 80 FPS on DLSS quality with a high preset. You might actually be even able to get 60 FPS on native settings. Let me just see. Pretty much. So you don't even have to downgrade your resolution. You can just use native 1440p and get 67, almost 70 FPS. It's pretty insane, you know. So again, really impressed by the performance on this GPU. Is this the best budget GPU? I think it is. For price to performance, I don't think there's anything else that comes even closer to this, you know, for this value. It does drop down a little bit here and there, but I wouldn't be bothered by it at all. Solid performance with high settings. So there it is. If you're a hater of frame gen, this is the way to go. I think Ultra Quality Plus is gonna make sure it's always on 60 FPS. Yeah, there it is. So I don't think there's a big visual degradation from native and Ultra Quality Plus here. So I guess you can stick to this or native, it's up to you. But regardless, it's solid. So, man, I wonder what happens if we just get hit by the lightning. Will we die? I want to test it out. Or the game is not programmed to get us hit by the lightning. I have no idea. But either way, the game runs really well, so nothing to complain about. You shouldn't be going down below high settings anyways. You just keep it on these settings and have a really fun time. So that's it for 1440p. I don't think I need to show you guys anything further. Now let's jump into 1080p. Alright, 1080p, same place. I just put it back to native anti-aliasing again. And now frame gen. I'm putting it back to ray tracing very high. See if 1080p can get it to 60 FPS without doing any upscaling. And you can get 40 FPS on native 1080p with ray tracing maxed out. And again, the ray tracing is only applied to the reflections. You don't see any reflections anywhere because it's just sand. There's zero reflections going on right now. So I don't even know if it's affected right now. But either way, this is a max you can go. And maybe in the jungle it's going to be even worse, but I'm not sure. Yeah, this is not bad. We actually get out of the sandstorm, it's going to get way better. Probably 50 FPS. 46, 44. And yeah, 50 FPS it is, like I thought. So I was pretty on point with that. Look at that, 50 FPS. So you get additional 10 FPS just by moving away from the sandstorm. But if you just look back, bam, back to 40, 37. So look at that transition. So jittery here and then, wow, so smooth. That's crazy. So yeah, in these kind of areas, it's gonna be really easy. You know, you just turn off ray tracing, you should be getting 60 easily. There it is, 60, easy 60, without ray tracing. But if you turn around, there you go, 51. You lost 10 FPS, or almost 15 FPS. So it depends on where you are in the game, and the sandstorm and the jungle are the most intensive areas. So let me go to the jungle. I'm actually gonna go try take out the enemies over there. But you can see you're getting almost 50 FPS with these settings on very high. Oh, you are going a little too fast, sir. Gotta calm down. 10 gigabytes used here. So again, why 12 GB is important. Because without that, we're not going to be seeing that smooth frame time graph over there. So this is absolutely playable on these settings. I mean, for me at least. If you want 60 FPS, the best way I guess you can just enable frame gen without any upscaling. Should be good. Yeah, 82 FPS right there. So I gotta build this thing again. And you're getting 77 FPS with just 2x frame gen. And now I don't even think we need to do any 4x frame gen test or anything, because this is fine. This seems to be working perfectly fine. I don't think we need that. You know? Somebody dropped a ladder over there. That's cool. So we probably need the ladder to get across. The looks of it. Okay. Alright, let's get this done then. 67 over here. Upscale from 34. Still really playable. 65. Need to get the gun. You guys can see it is really playable over here, guys. I'm gonna go back. Put it to high settings. And now that will get us easy to over 80 FPS without any frame gen. So there it is. Like I thought, not 80, 70 FPS, which is still really good. For a budget GPU, this is absolutely playable. Take him out. He's dead. There's one more guy on the other side. I marked him. I'm gonna try to take him out. Right. I didn't think it was gonna be that close. Okay, now everybody's alerted. Great. I don't think they saw me though. If you're getting 70 FPS here, that means you can get 80 FPS on the other areas of the game. So let's keep it going. Let's try to take these guys out over here. You know, make some actual progress in the game. So they are all alerted. It's again my fault. Just gonna stay here for now and change the settings. Again, I don't think there's a need to change the settings. Just for the sake of it, let's just try. If I go all the way to ultra performance. Just curious. Okay, now the game looks kind of trash, not gonna lie. We're using almost 40% of the 9800 XVD. Uh-oh, everybody's alerted. Okay, time to go ballistic. I think one headshot is all you need to get these guys down. He's not dead. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, come to me, come to me. Show me your head, homie. And he's dead. One more guy over there. What's he about to do? Jump in the water and come get me? Try me, bro. I gotta say, these guys know how to throw these things really good. Enemy base neutralized. Okay, that was easy. Just gotta do a quick reload and I think I'm good to go. Do I get to the other side? This looks kind of dangerous though. Is this safe? Yeah, we good. Alright, so pretty great, man. So that's all I gotta show you guys in this video. I don't think we need to go to 4x or 3x frame gen. You know, it's played like this, you only need 2x frame gen at the max. And for a game like this, 60 FPS is all you need. And you're getting more than 60 FPS with just native settings. So I don't see any point in turning on frame gen or anything. So there you have it. That's Death Stranding 2 on these settings. But you know what? I'm going to keep my word. I'm just going to go ahead and turn on frame gen 4x and see how that's going to be on 4K, 1440p, 1080p. Because why not? I'm just going to save the game right here so that I don't have to kill these guys again. No. All right. Let me come back. All right. I'm going to enable 4x frame gen. I don't need this, but, you know, just trying to see if it's going to work or not. I'm going to force that in the game and let's see. All right. We are in the exact same area where we just left off. And I'm on 4K now. You can see frame generation is turned on, right? It says 2x frame gen, but we are forcing it to the driver for 4x. And it's on high settings. You see, 146 FPS. Damn. So there you have it. That's I don't feel any input latency though. It still feels really responsive. So that's really good. 4x frame gen actually works really well. If you want to force it, go ahead. If you're a frame gen fan, this is amazing. Especially when you don't have any artifacting or input latency. This is actually playable, really playable on 4K. Wow. I think I need to get all of this stuff. What is this? I don't have the time for that. Just gonna keep playing the game with 4x frame gen, so 126 FPS. So with 2x we were only getting 80 something. But with this is way more smoother. What are we even supposed to do here? I don't remember. But this is good, guys. So you might be able to even play the game with very high. Still gets us to 111 FPS. Okay. But now I can feel there's something weird going on and can feel the lag a little bit because we are maxing out the GPU on the VRAM. So now I can feel a little bit of rubber banding going on when I turn the camera. I don't know if it's visible on YouTube, but it is visible to me. So yeah, very high settings is not a good way to go. If you want to play it on 4K, just keep it on high settings.
Only gonna get harder.
Especially if you want to turn on 4x frame gen. But yeah, 4x frame gen is actually doable on 4K. You go to 1440p. 1440p very high, that takes us to 157 FPS. Now it's way more smoother. I don't feel the rubber banding anymore because we have about a gigabyte left VRAM side of things, so pretty good. Let's keep it going. I think it's yeah, the sun is rising. That's good. Where are we supposed to go? I think I need to go back and get something from there. But either way, running really well over here. Bruh. 128 FPS. Pretty good, guys. Pretty good. This guy made a ladder over here, okay? You didn't need it though. Wow. Look at that. Oh.
You should have more faith.
Well, I don't like the way the water looks. The sun has risen. Amazing. Everything else looks pretty beautiful though. 126 FPS, man. Looking pretty good. So that's 1440p. Now let's see 1080p. Oh, it's performance mode. That's why I didn't do that. Just want to see how it's going to be on native settings though. Oh yeah, native settings definitely has that rubber banding. And it's 113 FPS instead of 150 or whatever that we got. Wow, look at that. And now the water looks way better. So this is still playable. It's not as bad as I thought, but yeah. It's doable, but definitely not needed. Again, it's totally up to you. It's an option.
Keep it up.
Just gotta override this thing inside the driver and you are good to go. Pretty nice. So now let me just go to 1080p. 1080p with 4x frame gen on very high settings, you are getting 130 FPS. Wow. Now I don't feel any lag whatsoever because we have enough VRAM to process everything and I don't see any artifacting or rubber banding. So which means this is totally playable now. And now, man, the game actually looks really beautiful in the jungle. In the morning, isn't it? Look at that. Wow. And this game also has really big draw distances, just like Crimson Desert. I still feel pretty terrible that we cannot play the game yet with this card. Yeah, but this looks amazing. So there it is, man. I don't think I need to show you guys anything further than this.
Come on.
You can play the game.
Let's do this.
With 4x frame gen, it's up to you. Even without it on native settings, it's pretty playable on high settings. So you have a lot of options to play the game on the B580. And again, I really like this GPU so much. So if you have it, let me know what you guys think about it in the video, in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more benchmarks. I hope you guys are having a great time wherever you are. Catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy and peace out.